Doug with Rusted Wrench Garage. As you can see, we're out in the garage again. Going to do a little bit more work, checking stuff. I don't know, it's just like we can't leave our hands off the car. So let me show you what I've got planned for this evening. You can see here's the Camaro. We got a 662. We just ran it in an 8th mile race. Never ran 8th mile before, and that was on a foot brake 662. I don't know, maybe it wasn't so bad. But if you remember, this is that 20-plus-year-old motor that we just cleaned up, checked the bearings, put a few new gaskets on it, and throwed it in the car. And we've been running it, and as you know, if you've been following the channel, we've been getting a lot of popping at a high RPM out of it. So we changed a bunch of stuff, and we're going to change some more. Well, we're not going to change, but we're going to check some stuff. We changed the ignition system, the whole ignition system. We changed all of it. Put a different carburetor on it. We hadn't got to run it yet. But then we decided that, you know what, maybe we ought to check the spring pressure on the valves, because it's a 20-plus-year-old motor. So maybe the springs have weakened. I don't know. We're gonna try to check them and see. And I know what you're saying. We should have checked those in the first place. Yeah, I know. I get it. Okay. I never claimed to be the smartest guy on the internet, but so I get it. But anyhow, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do tonight. And let me show you what I got. So this came in the mail. Well, in the mail, it came on UPS today from Moroso. It is. Boy, look at the mess on this workbench. Hey, and we got some cool stickers. A couple of Moroso stickers. We got a Summit sticker. And we'll put those over here because we've got tons of them. So, and as you can see, it didn't come with any instructions, but that's okay. Because if you follow me for any time, you'll know that I don't read instructions. So we're going to try to figure this thing out on our own. Let's set it all right there so it can fall on the floor. We'll lose pieces. Put that box up there. Okay. That part probably goes on the valve. It's got the numbers here for your different pressures. And I'm thinking it came with these 3 dealies. And I am just kind of guessing that probably look like they screw in here, so let's just screw them in here. Well, it screws a long way too. Let's don't go all the way. And I'm thinking it goes through here, and this would be your handle. Okay. I don't know. Does that look right to you guys? Well, we're going to find out. So, let's get one of these valve covers off. Okay, so we're going to pull the valve cover off here. Let's get that out of the way. Well, we don't want to put it against the coil, do we? Well, move down. Oh, right there. Oh, tight enough. Okay, we don't want to lose those, but probably will. And that kind of whole thing came out. Oops. A washer. They say. And there went a nut. Okay. I'm going to drop that one too, probably. Yeah, we got it. Hey, we got 2 of them. Okay. All right, let's get these other washers off of here. Let me grab a magnet. Where is it? There we go. There. Get that one we dropped on the floor. There's that one. Should be another one under the car somewhere. Well, let's see if we can find it. And like I thought, no, it's gone. Yeah. Well, I'll never see that one again. Oh, heck, it went all the way on the other side of the car here. Okay, we got it. All right, get the rest of these off of here before I drop them. Ouch. Okay. 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 Well, come off of there. There it went. Just trying to get the washers off. Well, there you go. Okay, now we can pull that valve cover off of there. And, well, where am I going to set it? My workbench is such a mess. Okay, hit the gasket. We don't want to mess the gasket up. Okay, now, let's see how this thing goes on there. I'm thinking you put it right here and here. Then we just push on it. That looks like it. I wonder if we flip that around. No. Boy, that's going to be kind of awkward deal there. To almost seems like if this was up here where you could pull that way would be better. I don't know. I mean, that's the way they sent it, so guess that's the way we'll use it. I don't know. Like I said, didn't come with any instructions, but yeah, that's going to be a... That's moving the valve. Okay. Well, maybe we can do it that way. Seems like if this handle was on this end, then you could grab it here and pull it. Boy, wouldn't that be a whole lot easier? Huh. Engineers, you gotta love them. You just got to. All right, let me get let me get my remote starter hooked up. Got my remote starter here. I'm gonna run around here and hook it up so we can crank that motor over. And if I can do this with one hand, we'll run this up here where I can work it. Then we'll go back here. They don't come with this long of a cord. I put the cord on it this long because I'll hook it in here to the solenoid. Can you see that? I can't. Hook it right there. I put the longer cord because I got the battery in the trunk. Hook the battery up. We don't need to tighten it because we're just going to spin it over some. Hook that in there. Flip that on. Okay, so now we're ready to start checking. Let's check this side and see what we get. We're going to do this just like as if we was adjusting the valve. So, remember this is our exhaust. When it just starts to open, then we can check the intake. And when the intake goes down, all the way down, and starts to come back up, then we can check the exhaust. So let's crank her over and see where we're at here. You know, maybe I ought to undo the coil. We sure don't want this thing to start. Well, that don't want to come off of there. Man. Okay, here we go. All right, let's give her a little crank. Okay, the exhaust is starting to go down, so we should be able to check that intake now. See if we can get on here and get a reading. It says, man, the way they got this handle is going to make it rough. Okay, it's just starting to move that valve right there. And we're at about 260. And I think these are supposed to be like 320. So, okay, let's try another one. Let's try the exhaust. Okay, it's starting to come up so we can check the exhaust. Let's put that on there. Get it to where it's just starting to move it. Yeah, 260. So, I'm going to say that's too light. Let's do another one. What do you say? I mean, we're here, right? Okay, the intake's going down. Start to come up, so we can try this exhaust. Let's see what kind of a reading we get on it. I gotta get my head down in here to even see it. See, that one's a little better. If that's 60, that'd be 280. We got 280 on that one. Let's well, where's my deal? Here it is. Let's try another one. Okay, the exhaust is going down, so we can do this intake. Okay, it's just inconvenient. There we go. See, that one's only 260. Okay, so what we have determined here that it was probably valve springs all the time, because they should be like 320, I think is what it said, and we're only going to 260. There's really no need in checking the rest of them, because even if you got a couple off, you're going to get valve float, and I believe that's what's going on. So we kind of figured that. So I have a new set of valve springs coming, maybe tomorrow, I don't know. And we'll put those on, and then we'll check them again and see how that works. But if you're wondering how one of those Moroso dillies worked, that's how it works. It clips on there, you pull it down, and you read the numbers. Like I said, it'd be pretty handy if the handle was another way, and we may look into that and see if there's something we can do, make it a little easier to read. That's what it is. We're going to have to put new valve springs on that, and we're going to attempt to try to do it with the motor in the car and the head still on the motor. And when I get those springs in, we'll do another video and show you how that goes. But I'm pretty convinced now that when we're getting this at a high RPM and it just keeps popping, that we was getting valve float in the motor. So we'll put those heavier springs in there. Like I said, it's supposed to have 305s according to the cam, and these are only 260. These are the springs that came on the motor, so I don't know, did the guy have too light of springs? Did they weaken up after all those years? Or I don't think that's the case, because they're coming out, all of them's coming out 260, and if they had just weakened, you think they would vary. So I think the motor had the wrong spring. So stay tuned. Next video, we're going to change those springs, and we'll take you along for that ride. Till then, this is Doug with Rusted Wrench Garage. I appreciate all the subscribers. We picked up a couple more, and if you're watching this, man, I appreciate it. If you've subscribed, you don't know how much I appreciate it. To watch some old guy out here messing around with a Camaro with a 20-year-old motor, trying to hit 999 on naturally aspirated, no power additive in a heavy 1980 Z28. I appreciate you guys taking this ride with me, and we're going to keep doing it till we finally hit that number. And then when we hit that number, who knows, maybe then we'll add nitrous to it or put a turbo or something. But right now, that's my goal. That's what I want to do. Hit 999 with no power additives in a 1980 Z28 with a 10-bolt rear end. Doesn't sound like a smart idea, does it? Drum brakes, factory disc on the front. Yeah, well, it is what it is. But I appreciate y'all watching. Please subscribe.